Hi, this is Jolynn and Reagan. Reagan's on Junior Ensemble, and we are gonna do a little makeup today. We're gonna start out with what came in your kits, the eyeshadows, the lashes, eyeliner, the primer, and then we'll kind of just go step by step, give you some tips on the makeup. First, you wanna make sure that you have clean, dry skin, preferably moisturized with whatever you like to moisturize with, and that's kind of soaked in. And then you want to start with your foundation. And you can go to a department store, or you can go to even just like a drugstore and choose a foundation, but you want to do something that is closest to your natural skin color. This may actually be a tiny bit dark for Reagan because it's what we used last year in the spring when she was a little bit, had been in the sun a little bit. The other thing before you even start that you want to do is you want to make sure that you've brushed your teeth, okay? So make sure your teeth are brushed, you've moisturized, and then you want to start with your foundation. I use a sponge. A lot of people like to use a brush. So whatever you are comfortable using, I put it on the sponge and just start dabbing. Chin, turn this way a little, forehead, and just start blending. You can do your hair first or you can do your hair after, whatever works best for you. But you just want to make sure that all that foundation is blended in so there's no goopy lines. And the biggest thing is no lines on your chin. We don't want that. So just blending with, like I said, either a brush or a sponge. This is actually a little bit even almost light for Reagan, but we'll have to adjust for the Christmas show. Kind of over your eyes, not too much in your eyebrows because you don't want to cover the hair and get makeup in that. Look up, sweetie. And then just kind of blending down onto your neck and under your chin, even onto your ears a little bit, so there's no separation in where the color is on your face to the rest of your skin, so that you look even. Just make sure it's even. Into your hairline and along your chin for sure. Then I just take like a big brush and just kind of smooth over, make sure it's all blended. Okay, now we have our canvas. Then I'm gonna start with the eyeshadow primer. And I'm just gonna use my finger for that. Just maybe my ring finger. Oh, I didn't know there was a cover on it. Is there a cover? Oh, there's a cover on that. So just taking a little bit on your ring finger and just dabbing it over, turn this way a little, sweetie, over your lid and kind of up to the, underneath your eyebrow. Just a little tiny bit. It's white, it's gonna get covered, but it'll help the eyeshadow adhere better and not crease as you get sweaty. Just kind of blend that in. Okay, then we're gonna go with our eyeshadow brush in our kit. And we're gonna start with the lightest color. I can get the brush out. I should have gotten the brush out. Okay, we're gonna start with the lightest color, going over the lid, and then up under the brow, mainly under the brow with this lightest color. That's what you want to be your highlight. Sure. Just blending up under the brow with this lightest highlighter color. And over the lid a little bit. Okay, then we're gonna go to our next darkest color. The, I can't read it. What does it say?
Where?
Does it have a number?
HS14.
HS14, the second darkest color. And then you're gonna go just over the lid for this one. Just evenly spreading it out just under the crease in your eye. My daughter's borrowing my makeup right now. To get ready for a wedding. Don't mind us. No, you can take it out.
I'm really sorry. Everyone.
Okay, so over the lid, just under the crease. Just want to make sure it's all blended. And you can go back if you feel like, oh, I need a little bit more highlighter, or I went up too high, and just kind of go back over and trace back over it. It's a little bit of trial and error, so it's always going to look a little bit different every time you do it. Every time I do my makeup, and every day I think, oh, it looks good today, and then the next day it doesn't go good. So it's just kind of how it goes. Now we're going to take the darkest one, and I just start kind of in the corner of your eye and follow the natural kind of V that you have. Everybody's is a little bit different. Everybody's eye shape is different. Just kind of taking the edge of the brush with the darkest and kind of filling in that corner, kind of like a V in that edge. And then just taking the brush and kind of swooping over into the rest of the crease. Just lightly kind of blending. Turn your head this way. You can see. And then the same thing to the other eye. Just kind of making that V in the corner. Your darkest in that, kind of filling that in. And then just lightly brushing over into that crease just to blend over the dark. Close your eyes so they can see. Close. Okay. And then I take a brush that I have. You can use whatever you want. Just don't want to use the one that you had the different colors on, and just kind of blend so you don't have a bunch of different, doesn't look like 3 steps. It's blended a little bit better in. Just kind of dabbing it. This dark color can go pretty dark, so you don't really need a whole lot on your brush. And then with littler girls, you know, the eye is littler, so like I said, you may have to go back in with your light highlighter and just kind of touch up maybe where you went a little high, or if you're older and your eyebrows have been waxed or something, then you've got a little bit of a better line to go from. Then I just take that big brush again. You don't have to use this if you don't have it, but just kind of get rid of any of the excess shadow that's dropped. And just blending that in. Okay, look in the camera, please close your eyes. So you've got your darker part in the crease, okay? Then we're gonna do some eyeliner. So everybody has an eyeliner in their kit, black. It's not super easy on littles, but we're gonna try it. I like to put a little bit of liner on top before you put your lashes on, just in case your lashes miss a little spot or they're not perfectly even. The black kind of fills in any spots that you have. I have to put my arm up a little bit. You just want to follow the natural line on the top of your lid, just above your lashes, and just lightly start in the corner. I kind of hold the skin out a little bit so that it goes on even. Just lining that strip right along your lashes. You see that? This side's awkward on somebody else because her head's not on a swivel. So just get a little bit of a dark line on there. The underneath, open, sweetie. Okay, close again. It's not so easy either. Open. But you want to just try to get your liner from the outside corner, having your person look up, or if you're doing your own, looking up as close to you as you can to your lashes again, and going just halfway across your eye to about the middle. Close. Okay to use Q-tips. Look up. Use Q-tips and kind of clean everything up a little bit. Keep your line underneath straight. Look up, sweetie. Open. Clean up what you got in the corner from the top, maybe. Look at the camera. And close a little bit. A little bit across the top and then just halfway across the bottom. Then I am going to do a little bit of mascara before I put the lashes on. Just kind of fills in. You can use whatever you like. I like this Maybelline, the Colossal, and I just do the Glam Black. And I actually use waterproof. That way, your eyes get wet at all or any tearing or anything, then it's one less item of black that you've got running. Just put some on the top lashes. You can put as much on as you want. You're gonna put the fake eyelashes on, but it just gives a little fill in on your naturals. And then just on the bottom, look up, babe. If you're using waterproof and you get smudges, you got to get it off quick. Open a little bit more. Regan's not a huge mascara fan, so it's a little tough on littles. Just go back with your Q-tip and kind of clean up a little bit. Okay, open the camera. A little mascara. And then we are going to do lashes. We'll let that dry a little bit. Actually, we'll let that dry a little bit and we'll do some blush. So everybody has their blush. The kit did not come with a blush brush, so you'll have to get your own. There's lots of different kinds. I have different ones. This is one that I have. This is a MAC brush. This is a brush I got at Target. A little tighter, just up to you what you like. But that you'll have to get on your own. So you just want to dab your blush, and you want to start at the cheekbone, a little bit under the cheekbone. Make a suck-in face. and just kind of work your way out towards the ear from about the ball of the cheekbone right there, and just blend out. You want to make sure you have enough on that you can see it, especially on stage, but not too much that they look like clowns, right? Kind of blending. And kind of just for some nice color, kind of all over, just a little brush. And like just hit that little ball a little bit and brush out. And do that while we're letting that mascara dry. This fat brush again kind of blends. You don't have any streaks. Now we're gonna do lashes. Everybody has lashes in their kit. I like to put the glue, everybody has their own tricks for this, but I like to put it, let's see what we have. I put it on my hand and then I drag the lash through the glue so that you don't get too much. You want to have enough on your lash, but not too much that it's gooing out. So I take the lash off, put a little bit on the outside of my hand, and then just kind of dab the lash on the little line through it, just so that there's just enough on the whole thing, especially on the corners. And then you want to have them close their eye, and you want to get it as close to the lash line as you can. I start from the corner and then go out and kind of dab it in. This glue is black, so it will dry clear, but it's good to have it on that black line. Okay, and open a little bit stuck, open. If it's a little bit stuck, then you can take your Q-tip again and go into the corner. It doesn't come off super good, but you want to get it off before it dries. We may need a new Q-tip, huh, Riggs? Just get that glue off. And then it should just dry on the lash clear. Okay, and then you have to do the other one. This is the hard part. You get one on good, and then you've got to do the other one too. Sometimes one goes on really well, and the other one not so good, huh? Same thing, just getting it as close to the lash line, as close to the corner, kind of dabbing it on. Just follow the natural lash line. Okay, open. Open. Kind of blow on them a little bit. Then you can kind of see after you've got your lashes on where you need to just maybe touch up a little. Your shadow. Okay. Okay, now her face is done. Now the fun part are the lips. And everybody likes to do those different too. Some people like a liner. Our kits don't come with a liner. It makes it a little bit easier for little girls if you're gonna put red lipstick on them to do a liner, and you can just find one that, even the same brand, that matches their lips. It just is easier to kind of trace around the natural line and then just fill in with the lips. I'm gonna do it without so you can see, and then if you wanna try a liner, you could do that. So you just wanna take the red and kind of follow the natural line. Putting red on someone else is not super easy either. But I would do this last for sure. No, kind of tight. Kind of tight on the bottom lip. Just following that natural lip line. Another good thing too sometimes is if your lips are dry, maybe put on a chapstick. Just a clear chapstick before. So you don't have cracky lips. Like Reagan. Okay, put them together just a little bit. You could also use a lip brush if you're more comfortable with that. Open, baby, sweetie. And once you kind of have your outside line, you can kind of just fill in. Together. Rub together. And then with the red, kind of taking a Q-tip, open in these corners so you don't have it bleeding out. Put them together. Okay. And that's it. You can go back over again with a big brush. If you have a powder or something you want to set it with, you can. Didn't come in our kits. And then you are going to need makeup removers to take it off. So I'll just show you a little close-up of Reagan. Can you see? And then maybe we'll take, close your eyes. Take some pictures as well. And then if you have any questions, you can email me if you want, or the studio, and they can get a hold of me. And that's all. Good luck.